The 2022 schedule is out. Let's get it. Hey everybody out there at Chiefs Kingdom YouTube. It is your boy Big Chief Shawn. And I mean, obviously it was 2 days ago, but the draft was obviously it was 2 days ago, but the schedule is out, and I want to talk about it, and I want to talk about it in depth. But before we get started, if you like this video, I want you to like and a sub. I would really appreciate the support so much, and I thank for all the support that I have now and the ones I get in the future. So let's talk about the schedule. It is out. Obviously, you know this. It was out Thursday. I was supposed to do something Thursday for my little comeback video after my little hiatus, but it didn't happen like that. But I told myself I was still going to talk about the schedule because how interesting it is. It's a doozy. So when you see something like that, you kind of want to, talk about it, especially something of this major nature. Of this major nature. You know what I mean? Like, this is a big schedule. And for time purposes, I'm not going to talk about the preseason schedule. No one really cares about it. It's just really time to see what rookies can do and what they could do or what they can't, or, it's just a rookies kind of a showcase. So I'm not going to really talk about the preseason. I mean, y'all tell me how y'all feel about the preseason. I'm pretty sure y'all feel the same way about it. So we're just going to stick that and talk about week one. Now, week one is the Arizona Cardinals at their house, and it's a 3:30 game. But before I get started talking about the schedule, I would like to talk about scheduling itself. Me preferentially, I prefer 12 o'clock games. It's just my thing. I love to get up in the morning. I love to prepare for my recording, and I love to get out there doing my thing bright early morning when you see people at their freshest. And by 12 o'clock, you're watching the game, and by 3, when it usually ends around 3, 4-ish, you got the rest of the day to kind of collect yourself, enjoy the win, or recollect on the loss, or whatever you need to do. It's just, to me, 12 o'clock games are the best. Why don't you tell me down in the comments below, how do you feel about that? What's your favorite time of the games? Or do you mind any of them, or do you not like any? Let me know. I would really like to know. But like I said, preferably I like 12 o'clock games. So let's talk about game one. Arizona at the Arizona Cardinals at 3:30. Enjoy. What do I feel about this one? This is it could be a pretty good game. I'm not gonna knock it. I mean, the Cardinals have made a few moves. They won't have D-Hop for that game, obviously, because of the suspension, but I think they still got fits. They got a decent enough defense. Some seasoned vets there, J.J. Watt, Buda Baker, what have you. But do I feel like they're a threat? I would say obviously no. I mean, they're a good team. Don't knock me. I just don't think they'll take us out. It's just a preferential thing. Like, I just don't see us losing to them. I just think we're a better team. Week 2, first home game of the season against the Chargers. Yep. They putting us in the fire so early. They want to see if Herbert has got his game up and to see if the Chargers got it. Because the infamous shtick, this looks like the Chargers' year. Because I've never heard that before. But this year, it might be a little different. They did upgrade, got some more players. Got some more help. They could be the team to beat, man. I mean, we've been running the division for, 5 years now, but still, that doesn't mean that the changing of the guard isn't just around the corner. We have to take the Chargers serious. And this game right here is probably be one of those ones where it will run to the slightest thin of error, but I still think we'll take out this one and end up 2-0 for this week. I think that Herbert is dealing with a lot of new weapons and not a whole new defensive scheme, but the defensive scheme is going to be a little bit different from what it was with Khalil Mack and everything like that. But I really think that we have a chance to win this one. You know what I mean? It's going to be week 2. Mahomes still has most of the same crew members. A few wide receivers new there, but I still think we'll come out with it. I think there'll still be a shot that we come out with it. I'm not going to tell you any scores of any game, by the way, because I'm not that arrogant. Finally, a 12 o'clock game. But it's against the Indianapolis Colts at their house. Yay. But still going to be a good game, though. I mean, they boosted up a little bit, got better at quarterback, I think. But the Colts, I think we got this one, too. I'm being arrogant. I know I'm being biased, but winning this one, I don't really see the threat too much. From the Colts, they have gotten better. I'm not saying they haven't. They have great blockers, good offense, solid defense. I just feel like if the players we drafted were worth a damn, this would be that time to see it, And I'm not going to say his name because the last time I tried to say his name correctly, I lost 2 subscribers. So why don't you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button so I can get those dudes back, or at least replace those. Or you can just subscribe, find somebody have them subscribe too, and then we can just make up the number. But the Colts game, I really don't see any problem. We shouldn't get this dub. It'd be a nice little away game from Mahomes. It's always a nice place to play into a dome. Plays right into his suits. He's a good, deep thrower and all that stuff. So this should be a pretty good game for the offense, I believe. Should be a nice little offensive run, maybe. But more and more, more or not, I do believe we have this dub. So, so far it looks like we're 3-0. Here we go. Week 4. Here we go. Week 4, Tampa Bay. Week 4 at Tampa Bay, 7:30 game. Of course. It's the GOAT against the baby GOAT. I mean, I don't really want to call him the GOAT, so I'll just call him Brady, because at least that's being nice enough to acknowledge his name. Brady versus Mahomes again, and hopefully Mahomes will get this one out. This will be the one where it shows where is Mahomes trying to take the season seriously, or are we still working the kinks out at this point? Obviously, week 4 does not determine the season, obviously, but it will have a good, nice starting point if we can beat, if we can beat the Bucs and Brady, take them down a peg for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I would hope we would get this one. Now, if you want me to make my prediction of the win or a loss, this game is probably the one we could lose, maybe. I don't know. I don't really think so, honestly. Because, with Brady, there's a lot of seasoned players on this team. I don't really see any young, strong talent ready to just burst out at the Bucs. So, when you ask me that, I would really tend to say that I'm being biased, obviously. I think we got the dub. I don't think this team is not the team they were 2 years ago, so I don't expect them to make any impacts this season. But then again, I haven't seen their schedule, so they may be feeling their high horse and walking in here, 3-0, 4-0, whatever, and thinking they got it. But honestly, though, I think we got this one, man. I'm not afraid of Brady. Nobody is really at this point. Everybody knows he's done this season. He already got a job after this at Fox News. I don't even know Fox News, but commentating for Fox. So it's not like he has anything to really lose. I think he's like Rocky and Rocky Balboa, just a little old man with something to prove that he still has it in there. You know what I mean? But I think we got that dub, man. Screw him. Real talk. And then again, another 7 o'clock game, 7:15, week 5, the Raiders. Now, people would want me to say or believe that the Raiders have changed, the dynamic has changed. It has not changed, okay? They're still the Raiders, and until I see some improvement, you could be 4-0, and I would not care. The Raiders are still going to Raider, dub, okay? We starting this season 5-0, 100%, right here. Look at that. You heard it from my mouth. That's week 5, yes? Yeah. The Chiefs are starting the season 5-0 at least. Yes, they get Devontae Adams, yes, but he still has Derek Carr. So, what are we doing here? The Raiders going to have to show something week 4. Maybe I'll have a different opinion week 3 or week 4 when it comes up, but right now, I didn't see anything that the Raiders did would show me any opposing threat. don't see none at all. I'm sorry, Raider fans, but you're probably going to have to take another butt whooping from the Chiefs again. I mean, it is what it is. Know your place. Week 6, the Bills. Week 6, the Bills, 3:30, home game. Probably going to be game of the week. You know how it is, and you know those schedules are always subject to change, especially when you have Allen and Mahomes in the same arena, the same stadium. It's a home game. It's the Bills. You better believe the Bills are going to try to take back what we did. Basically, the greatest playoff game ever played. They want that rematch. They want that smoke. I can't. If you want me to pick, I'm obviously going to pick the Chiefs. But if you want me to be honest, I can't give you a solid answer. I can't. They boosted up their defense. They got Von Miller. They got stronger weapons, too. They drafted well. I can't act like they're not a better team. They've been close to taking us out for years. This could be the time. I'm not going to, you got to be honest with yourself. I'm honest. Super Chiefs fan. Y'all know that. Biggest fan. I walk around stadium for miles. I'm telling you, this not the one you want to take lightly for any reason. If I will be surprised if at this point that the Bills are no less than 5-0, 4-1. So when you think about that, especially how, like I said, how well they've handled their offseason so far, you know that they're chomping at the bit to take us out at home. That was the greatest playoff game ever seen by anybody in years, decades even. And for that to happen, Allen had to swallow that pill, that literal blue pill, and wake back up and knew he was messing with the red pill, Mahomes of reality, you know what I'm saying? But this time it's different. They pretty much have the same team. We got new pieces. How is this gonna work? How is this gonna fit? I have to be honest with you, tell you, I don't know. So, like I said, if you really want me to be honest, I can't give you, I mean, this could be a lose. It could be a loss. Just what it is. Week 7. We got the Niners for week 7. I'm not worried about that. I mean, people say that, a lot of people say we could lose that game. I don't see how. They still got Jimmy G. They lost. I mean, I don't know if they still have Deebo Samuel or not. Could somebody tell me, please? I'm not really into 49er lore, or I haven't been paying attention to the Deebo thing lately because I've been kind of distracted with everything's been going on. So if anybody knows anything, you know, put it down in the comments below what's been going on with the 49ers, or at least Deebo Samuel. I don't even know if he's on the team, to be honest with you. I'm not going to cap. But with the 49ers, dude, I don't really see anything that they have shown that it's grown a little bit. I mean, yes, they still have Kittle, they still have Bosa, they still have most of the same team, but y'all don't have a quarterback, and you know, Kyle is not that dependable of a coach. I mean, he's a good coach. He gets you wins throughout the season, but you know, playoff, he gets kind of that, you know, writer's block. Doesn't work too well. You know, choke artist, some people would even call him. So to me, I don't really see any reason why this wouldn't be a win. Week 8 is a perfect time for a bye week. Either, you know, at least week 8 to 10. And we got week 8, and I'm happy with that. I would have preferred week 10, you know, right there at the precipice. And then we could just run the whole season like, you know, like we usually do. But week 8 is a good time to rest, relax, get ourselves together, think about the first half, what we need to do better, the second half, and how we're going to get through that. So I really do appreciate at least the league giving us a nice little bye week, especially for all the hard games we're going to run through, because, I mean, I'm talking crap, but these games are going to be difficult, man. These are all playoff teams. So, you know, you got to take that as an account, and hopefully by then we're either 7-1 or 5-2 at the best, or 5-3, I mean, at the best. I mean, I would see that. I'm not afraid to say that out loud. And y'all have to be honest too, you know. It's a flip coin, especially with these new teams in our division and everything. So getting a week 8 bye week is pretty dope, I think, in my opinion. Week 9, the Titans. I mean, they still have Derrick Henry. Right? They still have Tannehill. And they replaced A.J. Brown with A.J. Brown. So, they're okay. They still got Vrabel as a coach. He's one of my favorite coaches. I do like his aggressiveness. Him being a former, Super Bowl champion and a good player. I like to see that. I like to see gutsy calls from coaches, and he's one of those ones. Does it work all the time for him? No, because he keeps thinking he has Ryan Tannehill. He can do anything he wants. But in the long run, I do appreciate the tenacity, though. But it's still a loss for the Titans. And that'll be a nice little home game to film, too. I can't wait for that day. A lot of it is going to be tens and tens of Titans fans at that point. So many. Week 10, Jacksonville Jaguars. Next, then week 11. This was the one I was dreading when I saw the schedule. Week 11, Chargers at their house too. This might be the one, Chiefs Kingdom, that we don't like to watch. If the Chargers are anything like they're supposed to look like, but we always get that wonderful media take of this is their year type. But if they actually do well, which they did kind of last year, this probably will not be the one we all going to want to watch. Or it may be the one that has us all biting our nails, man. This one, once again, like I said, if you want what I hope will happen, obviously I hope we get the dub. But if you want me to be honest with you, truly honest with you, I don't know. I just can't. I can't tell you that honestly and lie to you face. That is probably going to be one of the hardest games we have this season. Because it's going to be week 11 and we'll be tired trying to make it to that stretch. And this is going to test the guts of the team, 100%. I just hope we come out with a dub, regardless of the record at the time. But this could be the one we don't like, y'all. It's already bad when somebody cuts you. But when they cut you and then put salt on the wound, that's what I think that's what us playing the Chargers and then playing the Rams right after that is kind of doing. Number one, we're going to have to travel back home, which this will be, once again, one of the biggest home games we have this season. One player in particular, and y'all know who I'm talking about, and they don't put that number on him just because of his Madden rating. I think that's just his rating in life. And we all talk, obviously, I'm talking about Aaron Donald, dude. He's always going to be a beast until he's not one. So that one's going to be a tense. Do they have Von Miller still? No. So maybe they drafted up. I don't know what they did. I don't care what they did. I know what they can do. So we need to be on our game, especially that game. Because I made fun earlier about a lot of people going to be there for the Titans game. There will be a lot of people there for that Rams game. You better believe it. Former St. Louis fans, current LA fans, whatever. There is going to be a lot of Rams fans out there. This is probably going to be one of the biggest games of the year. And it's weird that they were having it it's a 3:30 game. Once again, subject to varied change, but we all know the real deal. That game's going to be lit. It's going to be hopefully it's a defensive game. Hopefully our defense keeps up and puts that dude on his back, and Chris Jones steps up and shows why he is at least the number 2 defensive end in the league. Hopefully, fingers crossed. He can get sacks in regular season games. So this could be the one. Hopefully, man. That's gonna be the one. And then not only do you get cut, you get salt on the wound, and then you get lifted up just to get punched again. But then again, it's just the Bengals. Nope. You thought I was going to give the Bengals props? Well, they beat us last year at the playoffs, so I don't see them doing that again with any team. I think last year was just the same thing about having Tyreek Hill as a wide receiver that first year. Nobody really, or let's do it better. That second year of Mahomes being a quarterback, he was just so different that a lot of teams just didn't know what to do with him. And a lot of teams didn't just, catch on to it quickly because it was just like right into your face and you didn't know what was coming half the time. But this time, everybody knows the trick. Everybody knows it. Stop Burrow, you stop Chase. You guard Chase, you got Burrow, period. And I'd like to see any Cincinnati fan tell me otherwise, because it's going to look like y'all ain't draft nothing. Last year, I will applaud you, even though technically we should have won that game. You came back and you won it. And Burrow had the nerve to smoke a cigar. Not a smart move. Keep those cigars out of your mouth, boy. Maybe you would have won that game. Look, I'm not here to talk trash from the bench. I'm just telling you how I feel about it. If you want my honest opinion, I don't think they're going to do what they did last year. 100%. I'm going to keep this energy up, especially for this game, because we're going to need energy for these last games. Obviously, we getting stabbed and salt thrown on wounds, picked back up and punched in the face. Then we play the Broncos. I don't even know if that's just the kick to the face while they punched us in the ground, or this could be just, another bye week. Everybody believes in Russ, and you have right to. He's Russ. It's just his thing. He's been playing well consistently for years, but to me, honestly, I don't think he got the draft capital to back his play up. He needed some real power hitters, and I don't think he has any. Let me just be honest with you, because remember, Broncos were one of the worst teams in the league last year. So they just fixed it in offseason just because they got Russ? So y'all have never seen a team get desperate and get a veteran quarterback on a team that they didn't build around him? This is going to go bad for the Broncos. You Broncos fans might want to wake up this season and say something. Like what the Chiefs did back in the day when they kept giving us bad season after bad season after bad season. But then again, you did just get one with Peyton Manning just a few years, 7, 8 years ago. So, no sympathy for you. I don't think Russ is the Band-Aid that you didn't need a Band-Aid. You needed stitches. Show me something else. I'm just not convinced. Week 15, 12 o'clock game, Houston Texans. Next, Week 16, Seattle Seahawks. Next. Then Week 17. This might be that upset game. Hopefully we are so far up in the AFC standings that we could take a break. Take a break. I don't think it will be this game. It will probably be that last Raider game. Or maybe not. You never know what position we will be in. But the last two games are divisional. Obviously, one home, one away, one against the Broncos here and the Raiders at their house. I can tell you that ending is very serious. It's a division. Those are division games. You always take those seriously. I don't care how bad the teams are. Your goal is to win, dominate. You have to dominate the division to get in the playoffs, period. You always want your number one spot in your division so you can always have 1 through 4. So even if we were that high up in the AFC standings, I would just beat them on general principle. The fact that just to have the division for the 6th year running. So right now, I think those last two are dubs. I'm sorry. Like I said, the Broncos nor the Raiders have shown me anything besides one key player that they added to try to convince me that they got this dub all of a sudden. And that's our season. If you want my honest opinion, more than likely we probably would have come out, 10 games. Looking at all these games and analyzing all these games, how do I feel about it? I think we could come out maybe 15-3, 14-4. That wouldn't be bad. I really think that's what it is. I think we're going to be 14-4. I just see that all the teams There are a few ones, like I said, and y'all know which ones I'm talking about, that I think might slip through the cracks and give us those losses. But all in all, I really think we're going to be a 4-14 team. So write that down. Your boy Big Chief Shawn said it. Going to be one hell of a season. This is your boy Big Chief Shawn saying thank you for staying for the video the entire time. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone who's sitting here watching. And if you like this video, why don't you give it a like and a sub. And remember, always let the arrowhead lead you in the right direction. Straightforward. Peace.